So the entire Call of Duty franchise might have actually just been saved after Activision was acquired by Microsoft. Yes, I'm completely serious. You're not going to believe the first change that Microsoft made as soon as they bought Activision. So if you haven't been keeping up with Microsoft's acquisition of Activision, over the last couple months, Microsoft has been trying to buy Activision, the entire company, for like some ridiculous amount of money. It's within the tens of billions of dollars, close to $100 billion. And just recently, this deal actually went through because a bunch of governments from all around the world were looking into this and seeing if the deal should actually go through in their areas. In particular, the FTC was launching like an investigation to see if this would have been like anti-competitive. However, Microsoft has recently won their appeal to buy Activision, and it looks like the deal has actually went through. And this has made one of the best changes towards the Call of Duty franchise in literally years. So pretty much what happened was, as soon as the word got through that Microsoft had actually purchased Activision, all of the old Call of Duty servers from multiplayer in particular went back up and actually got fixed. Now this is huge for the entire Call of Duty franchise. You can finally go back and play some of the old Call of Duty multiplayers just like the OG days, and in particular there's been thousands of people going back and trying older Call of Duties. Only 18% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed to the channel. Don't be part of the 81%. Subscribe to the channel. You have nothing to lose. This is huge for the franchise, and of course people were a little suspicious because this apparently happened as soon as the word got through that Microsoft have actually bought Activision. And then it recently just came out that Microsoft was actually the people who got Activision to fix these old Call of Duty servers, so now they're actually playable. So people have been going crazy about the old Call of Duties over the last years. In particular, there's been a major sale on the Xbox store because it looks like just for now the Xbox servers were fixed. I believe they're going to come through on at least the PlayStation servers eventually. I can't see them not doing that, but for right now it's just Xbox. And because these old Call of Duties are finally playable, there was a major Call of Duty franchise sale in the Microsoft store for Xbox, where right now Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, as well as Modern Warfare 3 are the best selling games on the entire Microsoft store. Yes, I'm completely serious. Right now, Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2 are outselling Diablo 4 that came out this year. These games are like 15 years old. That's honestly so insane. Like, I don't know if you guys can really conceive how insane this is for the Call of Duty franchise. I think one thing that surprised me in particular was I saw a screenshot of the player count, because if you guys don't remember, the old Call of Duties actually had player counts. You know, there was a player count screenshot from Black Ops 1 where there was over 100,000 players playing Black Ops 1. I mean, this game is from like 2008, literally like 15 years ago, okay? And there's over 100,000 people playing it. This is honestly so crazy, and it's really what the Call of Duty franchise has needed, because over the last couple of years, you know, people have been saying, hey, we need a remaster of this game, you know, we need a remastered MW2, we need a remastered Black Ops 2. But honestly, if we're gonna be completely honest though, the best case scenario was them to bring back these old servers and make them just as good as when they first came out initially. Because if we've seen a track record, if we know anything about the COD franchise, if they remastered, you know, MW2 or Black Ops 2, they probably add some stupid battle pass or some crap to ruin it and make everyone dislike it. But now that these games are finally playable on Xbox, it's honestly, the revival of some of these games has honestly brought me a lot of joy, because I mean, for a lot of people watching this, just like myself, we grew up on these games. You know, some people are finally experiencing these games for the first time, which I'm so glad about, because honestly these were some of the best Call of Duties in the franchise. And over the last couple of years, a lot of Call of Duty fans have not been happy with the franchise. I mean, honestly, it's been considerably worse and worse in quality and content over the year goes on. You know, they've funneled most of their resources into Warzone, which, you know, if you like Warzone, that's fine, but there's plenty of fans that only play Call of Duty for the 6v6, and to see them pretty much be left out over the last couple of years has been really disheartening as a big Call of Duty fan. But now seeing that these old Call of Duties are finally playable gives me a lot of hope for what the future Call of Duty franchise has in store now that Microsoft finally owns them. I mean, if you guys don't really understand the whole business around this, I mean, Microsoft literally spent almost $100 billion on the Call of Duty franchise. Of course, it's mostly, there's other Activision IPs in there, Overwatch, that kind of stuff, but mostly for the Call of Duty franchise. So they need this franchise to succeed. And honestly, the best way to make these kind of franchise and kind of games succeed is by making them as good as possible. So I'm very hopeful for the future of Call of Duty, which honestly is surprising for me to say, because over the last couple of years, the games have been very questionable in quality. And the most important part about this whole entire thing is now that they're fixing the servers, a lot of people have speculated that they will actually be adding all the old Call of Duties to Xbox Game Pass. That is so crazy to me. Imagine paying, 15 or whatever. I think for me it's like $20 a month, and you can play like a dozen Call of Duties in their prime with full multiplayer full multiplayer lobbies. That is so crazy to me. One big problem with this entire, revitalization of these servers, however, is that they're still full of hackers and modders, that kind of thing. So sometimes they can ruin the game, but if you play for long enough, you can easily find servers of this Call of Duty, of these old Call of Duties that are full of just normal people. I mean, and I think there's a lot of people that will actually go back and play these old franchises. In particular, I think of Black Ops 3 when Infinite Warfare came out, and I think of how the player counts were still kind of existing, and you could see that there are more people playing Black Ops 3 than Infinite Warfare that just came out at the time. So there's plenty of Call of Duty fans that'll go back and play, old Call of Duties religiously in compared to some of the new ones, because the new ones, like I said, the quality is a little questionable. Some old Call of Duty fans haven't been the biggest fan of the new games, and so being able to go back and not only play, campaigns, but zombies that are available, without great servers, but also now multiplayer is honestly so crazy. And I think as soon as I finish uploading this video, I'm literally going to go through and try to find my old Call of Duty games from the 360 so I can pop them in my new Xbox and go try to find the servers, because the revitalization has made it so you can finally find lobbies in this game. And if you didn't know, like literally just a year ago, you could not find an even team deathmatch lobby in some of these old Call of Duty lobbies. I mean, there was literally like less than a couple hundred players playing some of these older Call of Duties, and most of them were either modders or hackers. So now seeing games like Black Ops 1 have like 100,000 players is honestly, it's really brings me a lot of happiness, and it gives me hope for the future of Call of Duty. I just very much hope that Microsoft doubles down on these good decisions and listens to their community moving forward, and Call of Duty might have a very bright future. But that's just my thoughts. You can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. The last video, we made a video about how Elon Musk is completely rebranding the Twitter brand to X.com or TwitterX.com, and this decision could literally cost Elon Musk billions of dollars. This is a video you're not going to want to miss. Click here to watch it now.